All building up to this.
All building up to this moment where I play the Thread Daily intro.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, everyone? I'm Sofia. Welcome back to another Thread Daily, where today I talk about whether the UK government's handling of the child obesity crisis is harmful or proactive. Let's get into it. I'm smiling too much talking about child obesity. It's a grave issue. So, according to the UK's Department of Health and Social Care, tackling obesity is one of the greatest challenges the country currently faces. Right now, 63% of the entire adult population is recorded as being above a healthy weight, and 1 in 3 children are already leaving school overweight. This makes the UK Europe's child obesity capital. And unfortunately, the pandemic has done nothing but make things worse. During a nationwide lockdown that so far lasted well over a year, for me it feels like about 5, homeschooling has become the norm. And with it, less regular exercise, easier access to unhealthy foods, and a lack of routine.
And Deliveroo. Just discounts.
And Deliveroo, bombarding me with endless discounts, which does not help my bank account. Facing a rare window of opportunity to nip this in the bud before our official return to normal life, which kind of feels like a fever dream right now, the government has been quick to announce a variety of measures it's seeking to implement over the coming months as part of its obesity strategy. While some of the more proactive actions have been met with open arms, others have been met with sheer disapproval from the British public for being potentially harmful. Let's break this down, shall we? First off, we have an app called Restrain that trains the brain to ditch bad habits. Though still in its early stages, it looks to be quite promising. Restrain the brain, explain in the membrane. I don't know the words. This is because it's designed to bias the user's thoughts towards healthy foods and away from unhealthy foods. How's it doing so? Through games. And as an aficionado of gaming myself, I must say, I'm a fan. By focusing on the psychological aspect of obesity in an interactive and non-invasive way, children will be assisted with making better choices without feeling directly targeted. It's something that could work really well in an educational setting. Next up, we've got a watershed on advertisements pushing products high in salt, fat, and sugar, which essentially means that companies selling junk food won't be able to do so on television before 9 p.m. There's also set to be a total online ban from April next year, but we'll see if that actually happens. If you ask me, this was a very long time coming, and it's all thanks to Gen Zers Christina Adane and Dev Sharma for bringing Bite Back's Youth Board campaign to fruition. Taking on the industry with full force, they also shared their experiences of being bombarded with this kind of content with government officials. In response, Public Health Minister Joe Churchill agreed it was vital we protect impressionable children who these days are spending just as much time scrolling on social media as you and I, from watching things that can have an impact on the choices they make and the habits that they form. Even Prime Minister Boris Johnson is on board, declaring it a crucial part of building a healthier environment where the healthy option is the easy one. Reducing children's exposure to this incessant stream of unhealthiness, I think it's around 15 million ads to be exact every year, is finally addressing one of the major factors driving the UK's stubbornly high obesity rates and will hopefully break the cycle. As per, not all of the decisions are quite so progressive, however. In an arbitrary move that seems to completely disregard the current youth mental health crisis that experts argue should be treated just as seriously as containing the COVID-19 outbreak, MPs voted to reintroduce the National Child Measurement Programme after it was halted in 2020. This means that starting in September, pupils aged 4 to 11 are going to be weighed regularly, which you don't really need an expert to tell you is a pretty bad idea. Restoring a policy that requires children to step on the scales and monitor the circumference of their waistlines before they've even reached adolescence, a policy that has the potential to bring about eating disorders and fat shaming, is obviously going to wreak havoc in later life. For this reason, critics are calling for it to be scrapped, and rightly so. Irrespective of the rise in obesity prevalence, it's important that we don't resort to shaming children into losing weight in front of their peers, because this opens the door to a whole lot of other issues. Instead, wouldn't it be better to use a more subtle approach, facilitated by parents outside of a school setting, that avoids possible bullying? Or why not encourage them to find a sport that they enjoy? Now, I'm no sports pro. I was always the one making excuses to get out of PE, but there's definitely something out there for everyone that can be transformed into building a better, healthy lifestyle. Whatever the outcome, it's vital to note that no specific strategy will reduce obesity rates single-handedly. It's bold yet considerate action that is needed. But not so bold that it entails forcing the wearer's jaw shut. No, I'm not joking. You can read about this ridiculous device and how it's deserving of the substantial backlash on thread.com. Yes, we are confronted with an urgent health obstacle to overcome, but ignoring the harmful repercussions, especially when it involves the mental health of children, is most likely going to do more harm than good. That's all from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, you can give the article a read over at thread.com, and don't forget to share, subscribe, and follow us on social media. Have a great day. Bye! I just want to say a massive thank you to Change, which is an incredible organisation highlighting the importance of protecting our planet. They sent me some awesome merch, which I am completely obsessed with. You can find more of their stuff on their website, and it's all for a really good cause. Thank you!